Hello. This is QED Denial, and today I'll be bringing you the ace match from the Southeast Asia Clan League match between the QED Mixed Lollies and Tier 5 team. I'm not sure if they actually have a name other than Tier 5 team. I'm sure they probably have a cool name, but as it said, Terra Australis team versus the QED team. This is probably the two front runners at the moment to finish first and second on the table. So this is the ace match to bring it to a tie. Fridge had to win this in order to bring us to a tie, and as we go into the map daybreak, we have TABreyln, Breyln I think it would be, TABreyln spawning in the top right, in QED Fridge, he's spawning in the bottom left. This is daybreak, so this is a map which usually has fairly large macro games, because it's only a 1v1 map though, so you do know where your opponent's going to spawn. So they are going to spawn cross. They do not need to scout anywhere else. They know where their opponent is. Fridge is sending a scout out straight away. It should make it in time before any of the barracks and the supply depot comes up, so it should get in here and get his scout done. Unless Breyln has some nice little tactics going here. He's going around now, he's waiting to build his barracks, he's kicking his APM up high and in the back. He's actually letting Fridge straight in here, he's seeing exactly what's going on. So Breyln's not going to hide anything from Fridge. Fridge being our captain of our team and captain of our clan. So he's going around scouting. I'm not sure what league Breyln's in. I know Fridge is in Platinum, and he's playing an ace match. I believe Breyln would have to be either Gold or Platinum himself. He's spawning, and as an orange Terran gives him a bit of advantage here, because orange Terrans do look cool. So then there's scouting by Fridge. He's hopping around. The gateway's down, barracks down from Breyln. This is where we'll find out what he is going for. Once his barracks finishes and he starts his next supply depot, we'll find out what exactly is going on. He's saving up the minerals though, so it looks like it could be a one racks expand here, even a gasless one racks expand, which is pretty bold. It is a large map, so it's the kind of map you can get away with this on. It's still a pretty bold maneuver. Nope, he's gone to an orbital command, but he's still saving the minerals up. He wants to get rid of his probe. He doesn't want his probe to see what's going on here. As it stands out, it looks like he's going to drop down. The SCV's waiting. SCV's waiting. He's waiting. He's saving up the minerals. He's going to put his command center up on the high ground, which on this map is probably a bit overprotective to be honest. He's waited till he got rid of the probe before he dropped it. He didn't want Fridge to see that he is going for that early expand as it goes down. But again, in this kind of map, he's safe for it. Put the marine down here and put it down here. It's such a large map that Fridge is going to be struggling to get over there to apply the pressure to really warrant the hiding of this command center here. And as Fridge is sending his probe back now, he's got another probe around checking to make sure there's no proxy racks. He only saw one racks row, and there was a lot of minerals being built up, so there could have been a proxy racks going on, or something along the lines of that, some sneaky little business. So he's going around now and checking for that. As the first stalker comes out, he's got two marines, I believe, heading across the map now to apply a bit of pressure. There's one Zeld here which he'll be able to deal with, but once the stalker pops, those two marines are going to have to fall back. So there's going to be a bit of early pressure to give Fridge something to think about. Either that, he will take control of the tower, try and give him some vision to see if Fridge decides to move out at any point. Yeah, so he's just going to stay here and take the tower. He's got another marine coming now. He's going to just keep sending around for proxy pylon search. This is really good by Breyln. He's being very thorough in searching for any possible proxy pylons. Unfortunately, he's not going to find any, so he'll be just as paranoid as he was before. As it stands though, he would have seen that stalker was passing the tower there, so he knows there's a stalker coming up. He knows he needs more than a couple of marines to deal with the stalker, so he's falling back a bit now. He's going to try and get the high ground advantage here to deal with the stalker. He needs to drop a bunker probably. That's what he's looking to do here with this. Yep, there we go. There goes the bunker now. The bunker's going to be a bit late though, depending on what time that stalker gets there. If Fridge pushes up now, he can probably deny that bunker and just be a general nuisance. I mean, two marines is not going to be enough to stop this bunker coming down. Just stand there. He's got three racks up now for the tech labs. So he's going to get some marauders out. Still no other tech from Breyln, whereas Fridge is gone for his expansion now. He's noticed that there's just no pressure whatsoever coming from Breyln, so he's dropped his expansion, dropped his robo, warp gates is about done, and dropped a couple more gateways. So both of them have expanded. Fridge is going to be slightly behind in the economy to begin with. A bit late now with this push up, although the marines aren't actually in the bunker, so you can probably snipe a couple of those marines before he noticed, but he saw the bunker and he's going to pull back. Wise move though. I mean, for all he knew, that bunker was full and would have absolutely carved him up, so he's going to fall back now. But he knows that seeing a bunker there, seeing the defense there, that Breyln has expanded. So we're just falling back now to secure his expansion, which is coming up now. Unfortunately, he's going to be slightly behind, and Mules are going to keep Breyln on a very high economy. So Fridge is saving up a lot of minerals here. He might be looking for a double expand. A really cheeky early double expand. He's floating a lot of minerals, and I'm interested to see what he drops. The Robo's finished now. Concussive Shells and Stim have both started for Breyln. And a couple of Marauders are out in the field now. So now he's building up that little force to do a nice strong push. He's getting some Immortals out, a bit preemptive. I'm presuming he expects Marauders to be coming. He hasn't actually seen any Marauders, so it's a pretty bold call from Fridge to go straight to Immortals. For all he knows, this could have been a massive Marine push, in which Immortals are not that effective, but he's taken the chance and it has worked. Concussive Shells come out and more Marauders are coming. It's going to be a pretty Marauder heavy force when it comes out now. So it looks like he's going to start pushing across the map with quite a few Marauders in this bio force, and he's going full bio. I don't think has he even dropped the fact. No, another barracks is coming down, but no factory of it. He's got the engineering bay to get the upgrades going, but no factory. I really would like to see a factory soon, so that he can get some starports out, as medivacs are very, 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 very helpful in a bio force, particularly since Stim's going to be done soon. So one medivac and a bio force on Stim can just be impossible. Absolutely impossible for Fridge to stop. As it stands though, Fridge is trying to defend his front here, doing a very good job of it. Let's go into Fridge cam for a moment and see what he's doing. Oop, Fridge cam for a second. So we'll just see how Fridge goes in this, as he says he's moving around. He's going to move out now, Fridge, so we're always watching Fridge cam here. He's watching, just because it's interesting sometimes to see what they're doing and what they see on the map. Fridge is pushing out here, and as you can see, he's got not much map control of what's going on. So I'll flick back to Breyln's vision, and he's got slightly more control. He sees this push coming, as you can see in his vision here. It's coming up, and unfortunately he didn't respond in time. He's going to lose that Marine, as you saw there. You could use some help here. Moves back. Breyln's seen this push coming. He's got a missile turret coming up. Obviously he gets a possible DT push to the front, and a second barracks coming up. This barracks will not probably complete, bunker will probably not complete in time, but he should have enough forces here to at least push back this, unless Fridge has some really, really good force fields. But he only has one sentry. So his force fields are not going to be that good. There you go, he's got, Breyln's got +1 weapons coming, and Fridge's got no upgrades as of yet. So, unfortunately for Fridge here, with only one sentry, he's not going to be able to get the round of force fields he needs. So repairs haven't started yet, so the bunker will fall, but Breyln's not that worried about it. This force is just by Fridge, is just not quite strong enough to push through all this. He let the bunker fall, and Immortals, as you can see, are just no good against Marines. And a nice stim and follow there. He's going to catch, is he going to catch, oh! He's stimmed up. He's going to try and catch the sentry as well. That sentry is going down, and he's still not resting. These Marines are nearly dead, and they're still chasing that Immortal. And he's got to fall back now. He needs that medivac out though, which he now has a factory and a start. He has a factory up, and he's got the reactor going on and a starport. So he'll get those medivacs out now. Had those medivacs been there when this push happened, he probably could have stimmed that whole unit to chase. He's got a Marine up here to check that no expansions pop down anytime soon. And Fridge now is thinking about probably checking there, seeing if he dropped an expansion. He's going to clear his front ramp by the looks of it. I'm not sure why, but hey, why not? No, he's going to stand up here and snipe. So, TABreyln is doing a very good job of keeping control of the map here. He's got a Marine here to check if the third goes down. He probably should need a Marine here too to check if the third goes down here, or even to take this tower. There's no use on this tower right now. You know, just one of these Marines, send him up here, make sure he knows when Fridge moves out again. He was lucky enough that Marine there told him last time. But why not set another one there and make sure there? So Fridge now is totaling on 2 base. He's got Colossi tech up, Colossi coming out. He has a research thermal land set though, so he needs to start that soon. He's got double forge going now, Twilight Council. So it's quite a lot of tech now of 2 bases. So to keep this running smoothly, he's going to have to expand soon. As TABreyln has even got +1 armor coming up too, so it's going to be +1/+1. And that's one thing that Protoss can't handle is if Terran get the upgrade advantage, because that just gets so hard to deal with. Protoss have great advantage when they've got the upgrade, but if Terran have the upgrade advantage, Marines will just, the DPS and Marines can just carve through things like they're so quick. As stands though, Fridge is going to start chrono boost his upgrades and try to catch up. There isn't a second engineering bay down, which sucks. I'm not sure. He's going ships level, weapons level 1, which is going to be handy to snipe this Colossi, but that depends if Fridge really commits heavily to this Colossi. He has got 2 coming out, but he's only got 1 Viking at the moment. He's produced 1 Viking and he's got Terran ship weapons coming up. He'd better off using that for I don't even know, maybe using the second energy to get +2 weapons started rather than use it on ship weapons. But he's question what runs. So he's got his factory lifted. Obviously he's going to use that for a bit of scouting eventually when he decides to fly it over. As it stands, Fridge as well had this third check to see when it's expanding, and he's now going to realise that Breyln's moving out to possibly take a third. This will hopefully spur some action in Fridge, whether it be to push out, which it looks like it's going to do. He's going to push out now he's seen that the third's being taken. And you also saw that the Viking count was pretty low, and he likes to look at that. A low Viking count means that this Colossi can do a lot of damage. Although it looks like Fridge is going to secure an odd third. He's going to take the third here instead of the third up here. Third up here is naturally further away, so it's normally the more popular option. But I guess this third is probably easier to defend with, because you keep your army in about this location and can move to cover that choke there, or to cover that choke here, and maybe sacrifice that third. As it stands though, these Marines look like they're going to push out this Fire Force. No Vikings in the Fire Force. He's left the Viking behind somewhere. There we go. He's got 2 Vikings, and they've been left behind. He's come back again, so there's a little sweep there. Didn't really prove him up. A proxy pile come out from Fridge now. Looks like we could have a bit of engagement shortly, which would be entertaining. Third Colossi coming up. There's a charge being researched. He's now got +2/+2 started, and he's got mass Vikings being built. He's got so many Vikings being built. So this, but Breyln will see this push when it happens. You can see this his army there. He knows that there's Colossi. He has got the Viking count up, so it's all going to come down to how this engagement goes and who works better off it. Fridge though has taken his third. He's got rid of that Marine Code Zealot. He has taken his third up there, the more natural third. I thought it might have been risky to take this one, but he hasn't. He's now going to check to see if this third has been taken. It hasn't. So he's managed to keep Breyln on 2 bases. Breyln really probably should have expanded earlier when he cleared that out. He has the Fire Force, which has the mobility to deal with that, and to keep switching between the two. He sent his Vikings on a little bit of patrol. He's going to see if he can snipe a Colossi hanging back from the pack. As it stands though, he didn't get to see any. Another warp in from Fridge here. A nice warp in of Stalkers to deal with these Vikings. I don't know if he hasn't even got Blink up yet. Blink would be a useful upgrade to be researching. Is he researching it? Let's go to Twilight Council. No, he isn't researching. He's got Charge, but he hasn't got Blink. But he has started 2-2 as well. It is going to be behind. And he's getting Chair and Chips level 3. It's 2. So this army of Breyln, the Vikings in it, are going to be so dangerous. At level 2 upgrades, they're just going to carve through these Colossi. By keeping up the Colossi on the upgrades, it's going to cause so much damage. Breyln now sees that there's a pylon here. And this pylon is also told Fridge that expansion is happening. This pylon will not last. It's an important engagement here. The Stalkers are at the front, which is not what he wants. He wants his Zealots at the front. Although the Stalkers being at the front can target down those Vikings a bit better. So here goes one Colossi. And now he needs to get those Vikings out of there. He's just lost so many Vikings for no advantage. And Fridge has managed to keep him on 2 bases. There's been a misread there. It's right to fall back with the Marines, but he forgot to fall back with the Vikings. So the Vikings were still in there, but he is quad producing Vikings, which is a lot of Vikings. I'm not sure what his other second starport is, but it says quad producing Vikings, which is a hell of a lot of Vikings. So the count will come back pretty quick. But in this time, Fridge may secure his third, but he has got a nice little drop of Marine Marauder here. It's going to stim in here and can probably deny this base depending on Fridge's warp-ins. As it stands, he's going to take out this thing. Let's see if Fridge has got a nice unit of warp-ins. If he's got smart, he'll target down his pylons first to stop any future warp-ins. Unfortunately, he didn't, so now he's going to have to face. Should have really targeted those warp-ins. A nice little choke here means that these Zealots are not going to last, and it's had to bring Fridge's whole army back to deal with this. On the backside, Breyln has gone for the sneaky expansion up here. Maybe he might not even put any mule SCVs there and just mule. Just drop every mule possible down there and just mule for the moment. I mean, why not? That way you can just sack. All you're going to lose if they make a push is the command center, which by that point you could probably float the one over from the main. I really would like to see him triple expand actually, double expand. I mean, drop one here as well. Just mule that one. It's more open and see how it goes from there. He's going to find this proxy pylon. Nice little pick up there. The Viking count is very, very, very high for Breyln. He's got a very nice batch of Vikings. Fridge's Colossi count is stuck at 3. He's stopped building Colossi. He's got another one coming now, but he's slowed down the production for quite some time there because he got supply blocks. The pylon snaps and cause him to be supply blocked, which is unfortunate. He's got Blink now coming to deal with those Vikings. Could start 3-3 as well. It is to keep up with the Terran. The Terran is at 3-3 and is quite a powerful force, and he's got another command center going down now. So this is good play from Breyln. He's going to multi-expand, he's going to keep ahead, and Fridge really needs to get this death ball rolling. The high Viking count is going to cause a lot of problems, and he's now managed to unsupply block himself, drop 2 more pylons down. And here comes some cannons to help prevent against small drops, as this third base is fully saturated. Supply count is pretty even. We're heading towards that 200 death ball. The Vikings are swooping around. He's even got a couple of SCVs around to help repair them, if need be. I'm not sure if that's really worth it, but hey. And the Marine Marauder pack is quite large. There's a hell of a lot of Marauders in here too, which will help nullify the Colossi as well. Colossi do not do as well against Marauders as they do against Marine. So this force is mostly Marauders and Vikings. Could cause a lot of problems. Only problem is charge lots are very, very, very effective against Marauders because they're just so hard to kite. You have to kite, and it's just not. Oh, he's even got a Ghost Canopy down and a nuke. This is interesting, but he's going to lose this third up here. But as I said, all he did was drop mules, so all he's going to do is lose his command center, and he made plenty of minerals to make up for that. So it's annoyance, but not the be-all, end-all, as all he did was mule there. So this will be his main base, where he's going to drop SCVs. Probably he's turned into a planetary defender. He's got a second command center down here, as well as another command center down here as well to move, and he's dropped one here. So he's being very, 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 very aggressive with expanding, trying to get as many minerals as possible from as many places as possible. Again, he'll just mule this one up. And often 3 mules will easily make back the amount the command center costs. So he's going to turn into a planetary, so he might try and defend this one a bit longer. I'm not sure if that's really worth it if he's not going to actually have the units there to defend it. As it stands though, he's 3-3 now. He's got personal cloaking, he's got nuke up, he's got Terran Insurance 3 up. But here comes the engagement now. A few charges in. Again, Fridge has got his charge lots caught behind, and these Vikings are carving into these Colossi. But again, Breyln's his Vikings at the front without the rest of his things, so nothing else to stop his 2 target. Some nice force fields here from Fridge. Has isolated the majority of Breyln's army, and even though those charge offs at the back are not doing much, managing to keep enough distance that he can just keep firing with the Colossi. A very sneaky move here. He's actually to the medivac, and he's going to drop some Marauders behind there to try and direct some fire. Now, as his force fields fall, it's actually a very tight engagement here. I'm not sure who's going to end out on top. Maybe those Zealots are at the front that could have caused a lot more damage. As it stands, you've got some dancing Zealots here that don't seem to be doing much at all. It looks like Fridge's force will fall here, but only just, and they've both pretty much cleaned up their whole force here. Fridge is slightly ahead. He's done an aggressive blink, not even a runaway blink, an aggressive blink. As it stands though, it looks like both forces are going to end up pretty much equal on supply. Fridge is completely wiped out, and Breyln's was barely survived. If we look at the actual, well, we'll go to what units are actually on the field at the moment. You got the unit count. Fridge is ahead by 10 probes to, ahead by 20 probes. So even with mules, that's probably the only place Breyln's falling behind on. And he has got 8 Dark Temple out, which I'm not sure where he's going to sneak these. I'm interested to see whether he sends for the Archons or tries to sneak these around the map a bit. Maybe try to sneak them into some of the expansions which haven't bothered to put down a turret, which would be handy. He's got 1 nuke ready, Breyln, so I'm interested to see if he actually builds any ghosts to use it. He hasn't got any ghosts out as yet. He's got the nuke, he's got the cloaking, but he hasn't actually built any ghosts. He's just been keep building Marauders. And so the armies are slowly starting to catch up now. Fridge is starting to is a bit behind in Breyln in the supply count, but it's head and probes, so he's going to have more minerals coming and a lot quicker. And production, still no ghosts coming from Breyln. Would be interesting to see if he would do it, as he kind of needs to do something. A ghost would be handy. He's got a nuke up, just to run up, nuke. It'd be so annoying if Fridge stands though. He's probably going to trade expansions here. No, he's fallen back before he even reached that expansion. Because the tower here, he saw that the army was pushing forward from Fridge, and he's umming and ahhing about whether or not to try and take out that expansion. He's going up now to take it out. So this will be a hassle for Fridge, because he's only mining off those 2, I believe. Yes, only really mining off 2 expansions at the moment. So if he loses that one, it's going to be very, 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 very far behind. But all these Zealots are going to cause a lot of trouble for Breyln to deal with. He needs to pick up and get out of there. He didn't pick up, he's left his army behind. He's kept his medivacs alive, but he's lost his whole army. He's tried to snipe a couple of Colossi there with his Vikings, but he needs to fall back. It was unfortunate that he couldn't just pick up and run with that army. Not even commit that much. He could have done that with a lot less forces and taken out the Nexus just as quick. As Fridge needs to maybe even upgrade, not even upgrade shields now. I mean, he's got the minerals floating. Why not upgrade shields? Shields come in handy, actually help make your buildings last longer, because shields cover everything. So shields on that Nexus may have left it long enough that Fridge could have done some damage. He's going to come in here, and he's going to take out this planetary fortress. The Chargelot's got a nice surround before any SCVs get in there. There wasn't many there anyway. As I said, there was another one of Breyln's expansions where he mostly used mules, so he's not lost many SCVs. But on the same token, that's actually out bad for him in the sense that he just doesn't have much in the way of mining because of that. Dan's Fridge here is going to push up. He's scanned now to catch the Dark Templar, but as his charge lot, so he still needs to kite. It's just so hard. And even though he's scanned and seen the Dark Templar, his charge lot's doing so much damage that they're just chasing Breyln right up his ramp. He's forming a nice choke Fridge is really wasting a lot of his units up this choke point. I can't even see what's going on here, to be honest. So many medivacs. But the DPS is just, from those Marauders, is just, and the healing from the medivacs is just enough. No! No! The DTs just do so much damage, and now he's going to run into Breyln's base. Oh no, he's going to start camping the production facilities here. And the DPS from those upgraded Dark Templars is just so high. And he needs to scan, or these DTs is going to keep causing so much damage. Oh, the barracks is falling so quick. It only takes like 3 hits from those 5 DTs, and a barracks will fall like that. Tech lab goes down. A scan goes up now, which should be enough to take rid of all these Dark DTs. But the damage has been done. He's managed to slow down. Oh no, he still hasn't been able to take out all. He needs to do another scan now. Take the engineering bay, but it's pretty pointless taking the engineering bay out. As it stands, Breyln's starting to fall behind now on all his macro. He's just been so busy dealing with these DTs, trying to produce units out of here. He's still got one DT running around somewhere. Just trying to work out where. He's got no units left to attack it with. He actually has no units left to attack it with. He needs to build some units now. One DT is doing so much damage to these. He's got enough scans, and he goes to scan. That TT falls now, but the damage has been done. He's really slowed down Breyln, slowed down his economy. Fridge is starting to pull a supply lead now. He's got us done. The Nexus just about done now. He's got mass Archons, which will help deal with the medivac problem he's facing. He's building some sentries now, not to trap Marines. Breyln has still got a decent economy going on, but he's starting to fall behind in supply now. He needs to do something. He's got no army to speak of at the moment. I mean, this is a very... He just needs some more zealots. This is going to be a charge lot Archon force now, which is kind of what he needs to deal with all these Marauders. A few sentries to hold the units in place. Some more zealots coming. It's a very dangerous push here. He's floating command center over, which Fridge will just miss as he passes. He's going to take out again. One thing Fridge has done here. Oh, Breyln's seen the army and has GG'd. Doesn't wish to face that. He knows he can't hold that. It was just way too powerful. Well, thank you very much. That was game 1. This is QED Denial, and I'm out.